Hey guys, Psychic Pictures here for my top 17 anime. One of the reasons that I'm making this video is the fact that I watched a lot of Shadow ACS's videos on anime. So I'll be sharing with you guys my top 17 anime. Now, the reason this is 17 instead of 10 or 20 is that I've only seen 17 anime, but I'm also going to be making a video later of my top 10 anime that I need to watch. Anyway, here's my top 17 anime. Number 17, Dancing the Vampire Bund. This anime could have easily been one of my all-time favorites, just for the fact that it's a show about vampires. The only thing that made me stop watching this anime is the fact that one of the main characters, Mina, was shown naked in episode 2 and was naked for an entire fight scene. That's ridiculous to me. I mean, Mina has the body of a 12-year-old, and I agree with Akira when he said that it was freaking creepy when she took her clothes off. Now, I might finish Vampire Bund eventually, but right now, I'm not interested. I'm not saying that the show is bad, but a show I'm not really interested in watching at this moment. Number 16, Digimon. Until I saw the Digimon movie recently, I forgot how good Digimon was. But it's pretty much a Pokemon ripoff, but instead of Digimon digivolve and can go back to their rookie form. The main characters can be annoying at times, but for the most part they aren't. Even though I haven't seen an episode of this show in a few years, it is still a good show. Number 15, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. People really hated the path Yu-Gi-Oh! Took with this anime, but for the most part, I thought it was decent. This series introduced Synchro Monsters, Tuners, and Earthbound Immortal cards. A lot of the series is playing card games on motorcycles, and even took some dark twists too. My favorite characters in the series would have to be Akiza and Yusei. Both are great characters and improve the story quite a bit if you get down to it. Number 14, Soul Eater. Based on what I've seen in this oddball of a show, I can see why people can hate it. The characters are idiots a lot of the time, and for the first few episodes, I was thinking, why am I watching this crap? The only good characters are Stein, Death the Kid, Medusa, Tsubaki, Maka, and Soul. Darkstar is just annoying as hell, and has a habit of getting the audience to want to punch him in the face. The story is that Death actually built a school to cleanse the world of an evil known as Akishin. And other than a few flaws in the anime, it's actually pretty decent. Number 13, Sonic X. Again, this show is hated among Sonic fans because of the voices and the portrayal of the characters. For me, the only flaws in this anime were quite a few characters. These characters are Amy, Cream, Eggman, Chris, Tanaka, and Bo-kun. When I reached Season 3 of Sonic X, that saved the series just for the fact that they introduced Cosmo. She alone saved the show, and gave many dark twists to the series. If you're a Sonic fan that saw Sonic X and hated it, I think you should check out Season 3 and see if it's any different. Number 12, Kaze no Stigma. This anime was great. When I first saw Kazuma in the anime, I only saw one of my own characters in the series, Psychic. But I really liked the portrayal of Kazuma and he stole all the glory in the show. Ayano was just annoying, Rem was of little to no use in the anime, and Ayumi was actually my second favorite character in the series. The cast wasn't the best, but the way it was told was really great. Number 11. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This is where Yu-Gi-Oh! Started to take a trip downhill for most fans. I actually liked this anime because of the cast. There are tons of likable characters in this anime, including Alexis, Chaz, Zane, and Dr. Crowler. The story is also great because it followed the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. They also threw in dark twists right away and kept the Shadow Realm in the anime as well. Number 10. Spice and Wolf. Bet no one saw this one coming. Spice and Wolf is actually the first anime I saw other than the ones dubbed by 4Kids. This is really just a peaceful romantic anime and is actually really good. Holo and Lawrence are really good protagonists, and Holo is one of my favorite anime characters ever. Lawrence is a merchant that's trying to get as much gold as he can, and Holo can get Lawrence more money than he could have gotten alone. I recommend this show for anyone into the romance anime. It is a good show. Number 9. Pokemon. Obviously I'm talking about the earlier anime. I'm talking about from Generation 1 to Generation 3. The other two generations just have idiotic characters and really hateable characters. The first three have really good characters, really good gags, and really good comedy. Of course, I'm talking about Brock getting pulled away from every girl he meets, and, of course, him being hit by Krogonk's poison jab. Like most fans, I was really sad when Misty and Brock left in Generation 2, but we got another character almost as likable as Misty, named May. I'm not saying May's as likable as Misty, but it was close enough. The characters are great, the story is good, and you can expect twists arriving here and there. And also, Team Rocket is one of the funniest villains in any media I have ever seen. Number 8. Rosario and Vampire. Rosario and Vampire is one of the best shows that I've seen. I said that with Dance in the Vampire Bund, I didn't like that Mina was shown naked in the show. Rosario and Vampire did the same thing with two of the characters, but it was shown quite late in the show, and was only shown for a few seconds, so it didn't bother me at all. And also, like I said with Dancing in the Vampire Bund, this show is one of my favorites because it has vampires and monsters in it. It centers around a boy that arrives in a school for monsters that are disguised as humans. This, of course, freaks him out at first, but he eventually gets used to it. My favorite characters in this series are Mizure, Kurumu, and the other Mocha. Yukiri and Jen are just annoying, and one of the most annoying things that I found in this show was when Skune and Mocha were staring at each other and would say each other's names for 30 seconds or more. Other than that, the show did great. Number 7. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey guys, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on this list. Surprising, right? Well, this was by far my favorite show growing up as a kid, even though the characters are cheaters. Speaking of characters, they are all great. Pegasus, Kaiba, Yugi the Pharaoh, Taya, Joey, Merrick, and many other characters make this show as good as it is. There There are many dark twists in the show, from Kaiba and Mokuba having a stepbrother that's trying to escape into their bodies from a virtual world, to Taya and Joey being controlled by Merrick. The show is amazing, and I really thought that Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be my favorite anime forever. That is, until I saw the next animes on this list. Number 6. Crescent Love. This series is really good. I started watching this series and could not stop watching it. There was a lot of slapstick comedy along with a romantic story. The story follows a princess named Fina that goes to Earth from the moon and stays with Tatsuya and his family. The show is really that Fina and Tatsuya fall in love, and that starts a riot between the Earth and the moon in the last 3 episodes. Also, this anime had one of the best endings I've ever seen, even though it was really cliched. For people that want to watch this show, search for Brighter Than the Dawning Blue on Google and you'll find it. Number 5. Angel Beats. From watching Shadow ACS's videos, I thought this anime was going to be really depressing at points, and at points it was. I think that he was just overanalyzing it a little bit, because this anime centers around people who died and had something happen in their life that made them want to defy God. That itself is a really good plot point. Throughout the anime, you learn why some of the characters are there, and their pasts are quite tragic. Most notably is Yuri's past, because she was the first one to fight against the will of God because of her past. I won't spoil what happens in the series, because if I talk about it more, I'll spoil a lot. I'll just say, if you like action, this is one for you. And if you don't like feeling sad, you probably want to stay away from this one. Number 4. Code Geass. Oh my gosh, this show is amazing. I watched this show and was pulled into the story, the characters, and wanted to know what would happen next. It follows an ex-Brutanian named Lelouch and a woman named C2. C2 dies in the first episode to save Lelouch, and he gained a power called Geass, which allowed him to control anyone once. He used this power to screw up Britannia, and even kill his brother, who was the Prince of Britannia. This show gets really intense, really fast. That's part of the reason why I love this anime so much. It has great character development, a great story, and pulls you in at the very beginning. Number 3. Death Note. This show is a really good series. It follows a boy named Light that finds a death note where anyone whose name is written in the notebook shall die. Light decides to use this talent and get rid of rid the world of anyone that he thinks is evil. He encounters a Shinigami named Ryuk, a detective named L, and another Kira named Misa. This cast is one of the best in any anime I've seen, and the story is unparalleled. The sad thing is that people started hating Death Note after a certain event happened in the middle of the series. Even though that happened, the anime is still one of the best I've ever seen. But there is 2 anime that I think are better than all the ones you've seen so far. Number 2. 11 Eyes. This anime deserves to be high on this list. Never have I gone through an anime as fast as I did with 11 Eyes. I watched all 12 episodes in a matter of 5 days. It's about a group of people that get transported to this bizarre world that is called The Red Knight. It has an amazing story and great characters. The anime actually goes and builds a mystery around the Black Knight and a girl that's trapped in a crystal. I won't go into what that is. It's a whole nother cup of tea, and it's big spoilers. So I'm not going to go into that. But 11 Eyes has tons of action, and it's got a great story and a great cast. You guys need to check this anime out. And my number one favorite anime of all time is High School of the Dead. From the minute I first saw this anime, I knew it was going to be fantastic. It's a typical zombie anime that you would not want your kids to watch. One reason is that it's really bloody. If that's not enough, there's panty shots, breast shots, naked women, violence, lesbian action, boob grabbing, and lots of other things that you don't want your child to watch. This show just did amazing with throwing a zombie, romance, drama, and action anime into one. There are dark scenes, such as when Takashi and Psycho are in a building together, and it's revealed that Psycho loves murder after accidentally killing someone. Now for my favorite characters. It's obvious that Psycho is one of my all-time favorites, but also Rei got my attention. The story is really that the characters are trying to find their families while trying to survive in this zombie world and not getting bitten. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this countdown. There will be other anime countdowns that I'll be making, which will be a top 10 anime that I need to watch, and some other anime stuff as well. So, I'll see you guys next time.